Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio with a piece of refuse that I'm going to use as a paint tray. And I'm going to start by putting some of my tricorn black from Sherwin-Williams right in the bottom of it. I am basically, foolishly enough, trying to imitate the effect I get from using leftovers. And I'm going to go through a couple stages that I may only do this one time to find out what I really need to do. But let's start with the Chantilly lace. I'm a Colour Arte affiliate. These are Colour Arte colors. This is a Prizm Pour. This is called Jasmine now. This is available as a primary element. I have a primary element called Golden Maple that's a Bling It. And I'm really looking for the stripiness I got in my last accidental, well, leftover art painting. Leftover paint painting. Fandango. Let's make sure that's shaken. I don't use very often with other bright colors, but I think it deserves to be used. I just did a little digital piece of art that's posted to my Facebook page that I quite liked, and it had quite a bit of this green and that pink in there. So I don't know what else I'm going to add, but I'm going to keep adding things as long as they feel right to me. So I have some Egyptian blue. This is from the new Tropical Waters Deserted Island selection, I believe. But it's Egyptian blue and it's a Prizm Pour. And I want the paint colors to stay on the black. I'm not sure. I've never done this before, so it's new to me too. Alright, I have a choice between the Carnival. I had another color. Let's just go ahead and use the Plum Blossom, which is part of the Frosted Sorbets collection. I'm going to spread these out a little bit too. There's Cupid's Crush. Nope, that's what I was looking for right there. The Tango Pink. I'm never convinced at the beginning that anything is going to be beautiful, but by the time it's over, I'm convinced that beautiful things have every opportunity in the world to start out fugly. This is an Indigo Violet. It says it's Prizm Pour. I am working my way up to putting some turquoise in there pretty quick. And I have a few choices, and I need to narrow the field. I'm going to go back, way back, to when I started for Colour Arte and using Royal Sapphire, which is fantastic. And I'm almost to the point where I think we can scoop things up and I'll be pretty satisfied. Maybe one more purple. The Aubergine is a primary element, it says. But you should check me twice. I get the primary elements and the Prizm Pours colors completely confused once in a while. So you may have to ask somebody at Colour Arte. I have, oh wow, do I want to do that? Yes, I do. This is Sour Lemon with some Orange Crush in it. The reason I put the colors in the dish and then decide to scoop them out is basically because I don't want them as affected as they could be by swiping yet. I may still swipe. I've got some saffron, which I definitely want in there. I originally started putting colors out and realized pretty quickly that I just want them all. And I'm going to try some of the Tuscan Sun, which I have hiding over here. And this is going to make it pretty close to the rainbow. Tuscan Sun is likely to turn green or gray with the purple. And we'll just throw a little bit of the Mayan gold in there. Now, it's time for me to put some things away so I can actually motivate paint. Whoa, not motivate models, paint. Alright. I have a lot of bottles. And you guys should visit my studio if you want, the latest studio tour. I've tried and tried and tried to figure out if I want to start with black or white. I have a 12-inch by 24-inch canvas. And I think I think there's enough white in here, hopefully. And this is Sherwin-Williams, although a lot of different house paints. This is an eggshell, can work. And I'm glad I have more paint, because I believe I'm going to need it. I'd like it to spread around the edges in a heavy layer. Well, I'd like it to spread around the middle in a heavy layer and then spread some to the edges. And I think that's going to happen right now. And I have probably a little bit more in there. I'm going to grab a palette knife. I'd like the opportunity to scoop and drag. And I may change my mind about things at any given point and swipe. And it is sort of in the back of my mind that once I put these colors down in a wide ribbon, dribbled from, yes, a dish, which is what my leftovers are usually stored in, is one of the little square party dishes that you used to be able to get in the party section at Michael's, which unfortunately doesn't seem true, but I'm working on finding them again and putting them on my Amazon link, which is on the link tree underneath Show More, underneath the video. So this is just a really good thing to do to make sure that your paint goes all the way to the edges. Not the big heavy amount in the center, but something around the edge. I may regret having so much paint in the center, but I don't think so, not yet. And I'm almost ready. Now I thought about scooping it out. I've got a shovel handy just in case that's what I decided to do. But I'm going to try the first time using one of my little dishes and just scoop it right out of the pan. In the meantime, I'm going to get rid of this in the bucket. Or the trough. So this is what I'm talking about, the very well used little party dishes. And I think any little saucer would work. So if you've got some left from a yard sale or something you didn't think, we find they're very useful to eat food off of when they're porcelain. Alright, here goes nothing, I'm nervous. Alright. Tip that up, go back for seconds. Makes me wish I had left my heavy paint wider. I'm going to do one more time. Am I going to do just one more time, or am I going to do a lot more? And I really could bring in one of my little acetate tools. And swipe some areas for fun. But I think I'm going to start with what I've got because this is my original idea. There are so many variations on this theme available. Like, I'm not sure I have to start with pillow paint at all. I am going to find something to scrape this off into my container with, and cover the container with a piece of plastic so I have a shot at rescuing it, because there seems to be plenty of paint left. Not a ton, but you know, like 20%, and I really don't want to waste that. So I'm going to take the rest of this out of here and scrape it off. Put that paint dish right in the bucket. Move this out of my way. And I have a nice, it came from a file folder, I think, or one of those cutting boards, maybe even from the dollar store. So I probably don't need that in the way right now. I've got to fill it up again. This is the barrier that I use to spin with, and I think we can go for it. And after a couple of spins, I may go back in with a palette knife and do a few scoop and drags. It might even tip. I'm definitely going to tip, because I want that paint to go that way. This could be a weight. Yeah, I think the next time I do this, I'll definitely contemplate making my heavier section of paint that's in the middle right now go further out toward the edge. And I know I can keep spinning, and I think I'm going to have to. I'm still contemplating whether it's a good time. You know, I've got more paint. And I've got more paint I could put around the edge. Why don't I look at my paint and see if I can find a nice spatula. Not in the bucket. Okay, one's in the bucket. And instead of scooping and dragging from the painting itself, what's already there, why don't I scoop and drag from the dish? Because I can. Hey, that's the name of my first book. It's on the Amazon link. Underneath on the link tree, underneath show more on the video. I'm not minding that. That's kind of cool. I don't know what it's going to look like when I'm finished spinning. But I do like the idea of using the paint I've got in my dish to create some dimension by laying some other new ribbons over the top. They may spread out like the first ones did, but they won't spread out as much. I'm liking my colors. I mean, there is some dark stuff in there, but that's from the black. If I slow my roll a little bit and be patient, paint will come off the spatula. But it's sort of like, hurry up and wait. It'll come off eventually. But I don't have a lot of patience because I know my camera will shut down at 20 minutes. And I am going to, in 2023, I am strongly considering trying to find a better camera that I can pause the video, shoot longer, and edit down my videos so that I can fast forward through some parts. So if you know anybody who knows something about video cameras, or a camera that I could get that will do all those things of high quality, I would consider strongly investing my hard-earned and hard-saved money. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to spin again right quick. But I'm having too much fun adding these little tendrils. Let's go back and cover that up. There's not much left. What's there is really pretty. I'm liking all of that. I know some of it's got to go though. Let's make sure everything's where it belongs. And I can still, I know that I can still swipe in the end if I want to. This is going to be very cool. It may not need a swipe this time. There'll be other times to swipe. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I've still got some areas here and here, here and here, but otherwise it seems to be working pretty well. And I don't think I'm going to lose all the nicest things about it. Perfect timing to tell you I do sell my artwork, and if you're interested in making a purchase, you would help me out immensely. And you can find my email address. It's easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I believe it's either on the link tree or under the video somewhere. If you share my videos, you help my channel out, and I really appreciate it. If you subscribe, you might get me closer to the 100,000 I've been waiting for years. I'm liking this a lot, just like it is. This is great. I'm happy. I could probably take a straw and blow some of this. Over the edge. Speaking of blowing, I sort of want to blow into this and see what happens. And that made a nice mark. Let's see what else happens. Just add some shape to the shapes. By moving the white, I kind of like that. I might try it on white next time. That way it would be a lot less dark. I have one spot that I wish to fill in with some white, and maybe I'll just grab a palette knife. One without a bend on the tip though. Alright, so what have I not told you guys? I have 2 books and they're on the Amazon link, and it's no added cost to you if you shop my Amazon link, and it definitely helps me out, so I appreciate that. Please give me a thumbs up when you share my videos and watch them longer. You help me out. I think I might have mentioned that, but please forgive me. I got distracted by the painting. Thank you guys for all the donations that help keep me painting. I want to be a lot careful about doing anything really rude to this. I know for a fact that it would be very cool to add a few marks like that. Marks being spirals. Not a lot, just a little. I kind of miss the pink. I want to do another one like immediately. Yeah, I think you could mark all the way through. You could drag a basting brush through. You could definitely blow with a straw a lot more than I did. I ought to try and shimmer that at you just in case it will. Love you guys much. There's a 20% off Colour Arte coupon code underneath the video, probably underneath Show More, along with the website link. So if you're interested in using that. Oh yeah, that's dramatic. I'm going to want to do one of these with a lot of pink, and I'm definitely going to do some cell activator the next time. But I'm liking what I've got, and I think it's a good first in its series. If I've got any spaces on the edge of my canvas, I will be working to fill them in. And I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'm sorry I'm so distracted. My paint pouring recipe is below the video. I will be popping bubbles if there are any to pop. If you shop my my link tree, you'll find my website, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook group Expressionist, Fluid Art Studio, Appreciation Group.